Hello and welcome back to another video. Today here again on Forza Motorsport to take a very first look at the latest update, Update 9. I am aware that I am a little late to this update, to say the least. It actually released just in time for the Le Mans weekend, which gives you an idea of how long ago it came out. But I was pretty preoccupied with the Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown demo, amongst other things. Still though, thought it was worth taking a look at some of the changes made to this game to see if anything has improved at all. Let's start then with the most important pieces of new content, the main addition being yet another new track, or technically returning track from the previous game. This update sees them bring back Sebring. There are the same two layouts as seen in previous titles, and this is what you'll be seeing in the background of today's video, with the Penske Porsche lapping around as well. The car was available as a free pack, along with a race suit for a limited time, I believe for 1 week, so I did log into the game to download that along with the matching race suit, whilst it was free. Unfortunately, I think if you want to get hold of it now, it will cost you to acquire this car and outfit, so apologies to anyone who didn't go and grab that whilst it was available for free. As ever, there are also some new events over in the career mode. Over in the featured tab, we have some endurance featured tours, although each one only features one race by the look of it. We've got 2 pinnacle endurance races, 2 retro endurance races, and 2 global endurance races, as well as 2 classic endurance races. So if you complete all of these, you can unlock an exclusive prize car, as you often could, although yeah, I just find the single player in this game pretty boring, so I probably won't be doing that. Interestingly, the Open Class Tour, which updates with each update, is also here in the Featured tab now, so I think that has moved since last time. These still have 4 races in each of them, so there's the B-Class Series, A-Class Series, S-Class Series, R-Class Series, and again, there is an exclusive reward if we do those, but I'm probably not going to, because like I say, campaign is not terribly interesting in this game. Over in featured multiplayer though, they've added some endurance races. So there is this endurance series, which are much longer races. I think they're like half an hour or so. So I would quite like to come in and try some of these at some point. As well as that, we've then got the Mazda Spec series, Touring Car series, Forza GT series, and I think those are all of the spec events. But as you can see in race length for these as well, they say approximately 16 minutes. So I believe that's quite a bit longer than they previously were. The endurance one, there you go, is 60 minutes in length. Looks like we also have the usual open events, and those are slightly shorter. Those are 8 minutes, which is probably more like what they were previously. And finally, over in the featured rivals, we have several new events. This one at Hakone in Japan, this one in Sebring, USA, which is the new track, the one at the Nürburgring, and I think that's all of them. There is also a VIP one at Silverstone. Finally, let's take a quick look at the list of fixes and changes. There isn't loads, but there is a bit of a list of stuff, so I'll put that up on screen for you to have a look through the full list. Most notably though, the Laguna Seca pit exit has been moved so that you now exit where you should, instead of straight onto the main isn't straight. Although instead of just making your car go round there, they've put a solid barrier in, which I don't think is there in reality. So I'm not sure why they didn't just make the cars exit there but not put the wall in. Maybe they were worried that AI would run into you or there'd be incidents, I'm not sure. And the other major change is that the curbs on the Nordschleife have been updated to make them more accurate to the real thing, although given the reworked version of the track was only just added a few months ago, several months after launch to give them time to update it and make it as accurate as possible, I'm not really sure why it was ever inaccurate in the first place. And to be honest, although I've only actually driven it once previous to this fix, I still think that the curbs are kind of bigger and more aggressive than they should be, just compared to my experience of the track on other games, I would say the curbs are bigger and more aggressive in Motorsport, which I don't think is necessarily perfectly accurate still. And that is going to do it for today's video, taking a very first look at Update 9 here on the new Forza Motorsport. I think given that this one had a track, probably means that Update 10 won't have a track, so I'm not sure how much there will be to look at there. It is good to see the track return and to see them making changes to correct things that are wrong with some of the existing tracks, but there's still not loads of content in here, and to be honest, the new cars that you get for doing the campaign I'm probably not going to unlock because the single player is a little bit repetitive and boring. I do though want to go in and test out those endurance races at some point, because I think some longer races in featured multiplayer might be a bit of fun if there are still enough players playing this game for the races to be fully populated. So that is something I would like to test out at some point. As ever though, do let me know your thoughts on this game's state now that the 9th update has released. Have you found this has brought you back to it, or are you enjoying the featured multiplayer races if you've done them? But anyway, for today's video that is going to be all, so thank you very much for watching, and I will be back with the next one very soon.